We were talking a little earlier about your guest saying, she used to cry in her Porsche.
In a Porsche.
And then after she lost money, she cried in her Tazz.
Yeah.
Why did she have a Porsche? Whose money was that? Was it her investor's money? Was it her money? Why didn't she take an Uber? Why didn't she have a Tazz in the beginning? It could have got her from point A to point B. Why didn't she spend that money in building her business? And there's a generational thing here. If you go to the older generation, my parents' and grandparents' generation, the people who were billionaires, you had no idea. They drove second-hand Toyotas, and they drove them for 20 years, and they didn't have bling earrings, and no one knew that they were rich, but they built empires.
Yeah, we were just speaking now earlier about one of South Africa's billionaires that recently passed. And I said to you, he managed to keep a very low profile, although he had been a billionaire all these years.
So can I say, and let's mention the name, because just before recording, I went to the funeral of Eric Ellerin. Mm-hmm. And a remarkable individual died on Monday, 90 years old. And Eric Ellerin, for 74 years of his life, went to work every single day. The mere fact that he may have had billions or tens of billions was actually relevant in his life. He built the Ellerins furniture empire. They were opening at some point in time 2 stores per week around the country. He would be the first one at work and the last one to leave every single day. That's what it took to build empires. He wasn't interested in the fancy cars. He had a great laugh. Of course, he did. But it was never about the money.
It was more than just money.
Money is irrelevant. I've never met anyone who was happy because they had a pile of money. I've met people who were happy because they could do good things with their money. Sometimes they bought a yacht. Sometimes they bought a home. But the thing that we know from the world experts on happiness, you go buy yourself a new car, you're going to be incredibly happy. Your level of happiness is like this. Buy yourself a car, your level of happiness goes up. But 52 days later, your level of happiness is exactly the same as it was before you bought the car. Physical things don't bring you happiness. The things that bring you happiness are life experiences. Go out for a remarkable meal. Go on holiday. Do something unique you've never done before and tell everyone about it. And according to Daniel Gilbert, the world expert on happiness, professor at Harvard, the only thing that brings you lasting happiness is never the car, the diamond ring, the bling. It's the life experience, and your level of happiness goes up for a period of 2 years if you buy yourself a life experience. So save up some money. Go on holiday to the south of France. Go run with the bulls in Pamplona in Spain. Do something unique that no one else has done. And that's been, to be quite honest, part of my secret of happiness. 78 countries later. The thing that I know that brings me happiness is to go to places that no one I know has ever been to before. To not stay in 5-star hotels, but to meet locals in places like Nepal and Vietnam and Cambodia and the Philippines, and in South America, in Mexico, in Peru and Bolivia. To experience life and taste cultures and meet different people and taste the foods of the different people and experience their music and soak up a world that's out there. And that I know brings me great happiness, but what brings me happiness is not the same that brings you happiness. Every person's completely different. But for me, I want to understand the world. One of our things, I think our great disadvantage that we have as South Africans is we don't have exposure.